Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, and welcome to our first match of La Liga this season. I'm here back with my partner in crime, Oliver Domínguez. Oliver, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, excited, nervous. Don't know what to expect with this new season. Obviously, circumstances that we probably never suspected to happen this summer, especially just a few weeks ago. Messi leaves Barcelona. We are in need of a new idol, I think, but let's see how we fare right now against Real Sociedad in the first match of the season in La Liga.
It's inevitable that we will need a star, but I'm still positive for today. I don't know for the rest of the season, but we usually start in a strong fashion in La Liga, and that's why I'm still positive and hopeful for tonight, just
Yep.
tonight. We'll see for the
Tonight.
next one.
Let's be clear. Just for tonight, we're really positive. Let's see how it goes. Very quickly, Oliver. Let's go through the lineups for both teams. Barcelona
Mhm.
has Neto and the goalkeeper Dest Garcia. Eric Garcia making his debut. Has never played with the first team of Barcelona. Just arrived from the Olympics, as well as Pedri,
That's
also
a
on a free
surprise.
signing from City. But his first match with Barcelona, and he's the starter in the first match of La Liga. So also let's see how he fares. Alongside with Gerard Piqué, Jordi Alba, the midfield is basically the same as the whole last season. A little surprised to see Pedri with that 80 match mark of last season to come back so early and also come back to play as a starting 11. The new front three for attack for Barcelona: Griezmann, Braithwaite, and Memphis Depay.
We'll see.
Any notes?
Eric Garcia is a big surprise. Yeah, everyone was expecting Araujo. We'll see. Uh,
Yeah. Let's see now. Let's go over to the substitute for Barcelona. In goalkeeper, they have Peña and Tenas. The defense, they have Ronald Araujo, as you said, Clement Lenglet. Emerson, also the new right back for Barcelona. We'll have to see if he can actually play a few minutes this match. I don't know the physical state of Dest, but we'll have to see. Also, Alejandro Valde, the sensation on left back from this preseason. Ricky Puig, Nico Gonzalez, another youngster from La Masia, Sergio Roberto, Yusuf Demir, also the superstar of the preseason for Barcelona, and Rey Manay. Um, Very quickly, also, Real Sociedad, Remiro, Bengoechea, Elustondo, Lenormand, Munoz in the defense, Portus, Subimendi, Merino, Januzaj, Silva, and Oyarzabal. So no real surprise with Real Sociedad, I think, Oliver. I don't know what you have to say.
no, exactly. It's about surprises. They have a couple injuries in the back, especially Zubelia on the right side, but particularly Nacho Monreal, the Spanish international, former Arsenal player at the left back, who was injured in the preseason. So it's Aye and Munoz who is the natural substitute in the squad.
Yep.
And
Well,
you mentioned about Pedri and Eric coming back from the Olympics, and actually Pedri also. Well, Pedri and both of them actually from the Euro, but they have Oyarzabal who also played both tournaments, and Mikel Merino in the midfield was also in the Olympics.
yep. So a few Olympic players for Spain right now on the pitch. Right now, the
Mhm.
match has started. Um, Barcelona begin the match with possession. They all go all the way back towards Neto. It seems as if Real Sociedad right now, in the first few seconds of the match, are just waiting to see what Barcelona does. Let's remember Barcelona first match without Messi, and here comes Martin Braithwaite. Braithwaite with a good shot, but it falls right to the hands of the goalkeeper of Real Sociedad. Just the first 30 seconds of the match are really good through pass by Memphis Depay to look for Martin Braithwaite, and he did find him. Martin had a good shot, but it was at a really tight angle. And at the end of the day, the goalkeeper of Real Sociedad controlled it with a lot of ease. I was just going to say, we'll see how the attack of Barcelona fares without Lionel Messi. But I'd like to think that Memphis is here to probably lead a little bit more of the attack as well as Antoine Griezmann.
Exactly. Probably, I'm assuming all eyes will be on Griezmann. But I agree with you that Memphis is a big signing, particularly without Messi. Because playing the inside and falling on the outside, maybe also as a false nine. We will see. Those two are to lead the attack, that's for sure.
Yep. As you were saying that, actually, Antoine Griezmann received the ball on the right. He tried to cut into the middle and have look for the long post, but the shot went way over the head of the goalkeeper. Well, also, as always, if you want to keep up to date with the newest in FC Barcelona news, please check out our website, Blaugranagram.com. Also, follow all of our podcasts and subscribe to social media. If you have any question or any comment, leave them in the comment box, and we'll be sure to check them out.
I wanted to also say that Real Sociedad is a side that will be also. Well, they played Europe last season, got kicked out of the Europa League by Manchester. They will be playing again, and it's actually a very tough fixture for starting the season because it's easily a top 5 team in LaLiga and has been so for at least the last couple of years. So it's a big test for Barca without Messi.
And we always know that Real Sociedad always somehow brings their best kind of style of play against Barcelona, either in the Camp Nou or in Anoeta. And so,
particularly in Anoeta, yeah. Exactly. In Camp Nou, they've played good games, but I think they only won like 3 out of 81 games in all the competitions. But they usually put up a fight. But Barcelona was unable to win in Anoeta for some 10 years at the beginning of the century. That was one of the worst strikes Barca had in any pitch.
Yep. Right now, Memphis Depay showing us his ability. He took off against a defender in sort of like a ramp that he did with his foot, and the ball went right over the head of Lenormand. And so he did draw a foul. It was near the midfield, but a great ability for Memphis Depay, showing what he can do for Barcelona. He does have the number 9 T-shirt, asking it away from Martin Braithwaite. So he will be our new number 9. We'll see if he can score as many goals as a lot of people expect from him.
And also, Barcelona are having to cope with a dramatic loss. It's not only Messi, because should we remind our viewers that Mateus Fernandes also left the team?
Yeah, devastating loss for Barcelona. I don't know how we'll fare without Mateus Fernandes and Lionel Messi.
That's too much for any team.
I don't know, man. I think we'll be lacking a lot of creativity without Mateus.
Yeah. A lot of talent. That's not what you find in many places.
No, not that kind of talent. Right now, Barcelona have a throw-in after Serginho Dest actually hit Oyarzabal in the face with the ball and went out of the pitch. Right now, it's 4 minutes and 30 seconds played. It's ball for Barcelona with a throw-in near the goal of La Real Sociedad. Here comes Dest. He gets ready to throw it back into play. He goes with Frenkie de Jong. De Jong goes all the way back towards his defense. He finds Eric Garcia. Now Gerard Piqué. Piqué looks to his left and he finds Jordi Alba. Now Pedri. Pedri, the youngster that is probably on track to win the golden. It's the golden boy, right, Oliver? The award.
For under, I think it was under 20 or under 21. Yeah.
Yep.
Big favorite probably.
Yep. I think that he's on track to win it easily, especially as I don't know who his biggest competition could be, but Pedri should win it without any issue.
Yeah, probably Antoine would have been a tough competitor had he been fit for playing last season, but I don't know otherwise.
Yeah, no. Right now it should be for Pedri. Right now, 5 minutes. Barcelona have another free kick near the middle of the field after Frenkie de Jong was brought down. They take it quickly. Right now it's Pedri. Pedri looking for Memphis. Memphis that is now on the left wing. Memphis trying to get away from one defender. He can't, but he somehow recovers it. Now he goes to the ground and will be another throw-in for Barcelona. He does shake hands with the right back of La Real Sociedad. He is looking to have a lot of the ball coming into contact with it and doing something a little bit different than the rest of his teammates. Right now is Pedri once again. Pedri goes back all the way to the debutant, Eric Garcia. And right now, it seems that Barcelona have complete control of the ball. I don't think I've seen Real Sociedad have more than 10 consecutive passes.
No, they and it's rare. They have like talented players, and they're usually good with the ball and good attacking teams. So it's not usual that they struggle that much to get a couple of passing sequences and combinations.
Yep. Right now, it's Serginho Dest on the right. He goes into the box. He's looking for a teammate. He doesn't find him. But in the end, Munoz gets the ball away. He tries to play long, but Frenkie de Jong is there to intercept it. A little bit of intensity by Barcelona trying to recover quickly the ball. Now Griezmann looking for Jordi Alba on the left side. He does find him. Now he goes to Memphis. Jordi Alba tries to cross the ball, but Saldo, I think, just got in the way. And now another throw-in. He takes it quickly. He goes back to Sergio Busquets, and Busquets goes all the way back to his defense, trying to once again start the attack all the way from the back. Barcelona having good possession. They seem to have control of the ball through the midfield and intensity by both Antoine Griezmann and Memphis Depay. Martin Braithwaite seemed to be a little bit more in his natural position, not moving that much. But we'll see how they become to understand themselves because, well, at the end of the day, Oliver, it's all about chemistry, right, between the three in the front.
Exactly, and they need minutes together. And I don't think they will get many in the season, as the team is trying to sell Braithwaite, and it's probably not a regular starter anyway. But particularly between Depay and Griezmann, it'd be important to establish a certain degree of synergy and chemistry by having them play together. And as you said, we will see how they cope these first matches, but it'd be important to get them to get minutes together.
Yep. Right now, Memphis trying to look on a long ball for Pedri. At the end of the day, I think it was Elostondo. I'm sorry, Lenormand got to it first, and now Jordi Alba with another throw-in on the left. He goes to Memphis. Memphis gains another throw-in for Barcelona.
About this Real Sociedad side, they usually play with the young Swedish international Alexander Isak up front, but he's injured. His replacement got a severe knee injury. He's going to be out for 7-8 months. It's Carlos Fernandez. And the only remaining, they have Bautista as a youngster from the youth system. But then the only remaining striker they have is William Jose, whom they want to sell, and they sent out on loan to the Premier League last season. And that's why probably Oyarzabal playing kind of on his own with David Silva, who's actually a midfielder up front. And probably that's why Oyarzabal is in the starting lineup today as well, having just come back from the Olympics.
Yeah, right now it's almost 10 minutes. Barcelona have the first corner kick of the match. It is an incredible shot by, I think it was Antoine Griezmann, but it was just a little bit wide of the right post of Ramiro. An incredible cross, I think it was by Memphis, looking for, it was Jordi Alba, and somehow an acrobatic attempt by Antoine Griezmann inside the box, sort of like a flying kick. And he almost found the back of the net, but it went a little bit wide to the right of Ramiro. Incredible attempt by Antoine Griezmann, showing a little bit of flair and finesse. Great attempt, but a little bit of a lucky. Now 10 minutes, and the public of the Camp Nou start to cheer the name Messi, Messi. You can hear it in the background. A player that will never be forgotten here in Barcelona, especially in the first few years. But sad moment right now at Barcelona, as Braithwaite is trying to go inside the box. He tries to get away from the first defender that he finds. He finds another corner kick for Barcelona. As I said before, Barcelona are playing well. They're not allowing really Real Sociedad to have any control. I don't know the statistics, but I think it's like 69% by Barcelona against just 31% of Real Sociedad in possession. So Barcelona are having a little bit of good possession right now. Another corner kick for Barcelona. as Martin Braithwaite tried to head it home, but a defender that was covering him somehow had a little bit of a touch on it. So another corner kick for Barcelona, 11 minutes and 20 seconds. And I don't know who the official corner kick, who the official person to hit the corner kicks now will be. It'll be either Pedri or... Oh, it's Antoine Griezmann that now hits the crossbar. Antoine Griezmann with a good header, but it went just directly to the crossbar after an incredible corner kick. I think this time it was Memphis Depay. After Pedri played it short to him, and it found Antoine Griezmann near the first post, and he hit the crossbar. A good attempt by Antoine Griezmann, another good attempt by the Frenchman, who is showing a lot of movement and a lot of versatility. I think this is what we have to expect now, right, Oliver? A lot of movement from the front three and try to gain as much as possible.
Exactly, trying to, with Messi, the team kind of evolves around his figure. Without him, it's expected to be a lot more movement, a lot more kind of team play, a lot more balance in that sense, and particularly, I think that's the main reason why Braithwaite is the third player who also played kind of in the wing last season sometimes with Koeman, and so they can swap positions, all three of them. Instead of having probably Griezmann taking a similar role to that of Messi, I think they're trying to play more actively, more dynamically, all of them, and try to actually give a hard time to the defense that way.
Yep. Right now, once again, Barcelona gained possession right away after Real Sociedad tried to play all the way from the back. But both the midfield and the attackers are having a great exercise of pressure. Right now, it's Sergio Roberto is getting inside the box. He got away from two players of La Real Sociedad. I think it was both Mikel Merino and Munoz. But at the end, I think it was Zubimendi that got the ball back. And Sergio Roberto also showing what he came to the Camp Nou to do, with a lot of technical ability and a lot of speed. Let's remember that now he does have a competitor in Emerson Royal, the Brazilian right back. And so he'll have to up his game a lot.
Zubimendi, you mentioned, was also in the Olympics, although he didn't play much. He wasn't a starter, and he was just a backup, but didn't have many minutes. But it's another interesting player for the future. For Real Sociedad and for Spain, of course.
Yep. Right now, it's I think it's the first time I see Neto playing with the ball at his feet. He goes all the way towards Jordi Alba. Now Real Sociedad trying to apply a little bit of pressure. They are successful, but Barcelona do end up with another throw-in to their favor. Jordi Alba is getting ready. He's looking for his teammates. He's asking for a little bit more of movement. He doesn't see any clear option. He takes his time. He finally goes to Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann goes back to Jordi Alba, and another throw-in for Barcelona. And right now, it's 105 passes for Barcelona against just 16 of Real Sociedad in almost 15 minutes of play. Yeah, basically, one pass per minute for Real Sociedad up until now.
Yeah, but I think Barcelona is quite motivated to make a stand tonight, which kind of we could expect, and that's, well, of course, a good sign. Hopefully they can win tonight and maintain that tendency through the next games. Because Barcelona were off to a rough start in LaLiga, playing away against Athletic soon and some other hard games.
Yep. Right now, as I said before, Barcelona, once they recover the ball, they try to play their typical style of possession. A lot of short passes between the midfield and the attack, and also including the defense when it's necessary. But they're playing very straightforward Barcelona kind of play. And right now, they haven't scored a goal, but they aren't playing badly. Possibly a little bit of luck by Real Sociedad with the attempted shot of Antoine Griezmann. They went just a little bit wide, and also the attempt on the crossbar. But so far, Barcelona are faring well against a tough team at Real Sociedad. And well, Real Sociedad finally have a little bit more possession. They have it with Lenormand all the way back to the defense. He looks for one of his teammates. He goes a little bit forward and he tries to find with a long pass. I think it's Portu that is going against Eric Garcia and Gerard Piqué. In the end, Garcia plays all the way back to Neto. Now Piqué. Now he finds once again Garcia that went to the ground, but he's up on his feet right away. Now he goes back all the way to Neto. Barcelona, as I said, having possession, having control, not being really even pressured by Real Sociedad, who are trying to apply a little bit of pressure, but not all the way towards Neto.
I don't think they want to leave too much space at the back, and that's why the pressure is not too high, at least not at this stage of the game. I think they're quite happy maintaining the 0-0, and then they'll see how the game evolves, and if needed be, or if they see a chance of going for more, they'll probably put up a higher pressure. But I don't think. I think the main idea is not to leave too much space behind, because especially with Depay and Griezmann, there's a lot of mobility, as we said before, in the attacking line of Barca.
Yep. Right now, it's another throw-in for Barcelona. Frenkie de Jong, also a player that is expected to take another step in the right direction for Barcelona. Last season, he was incredibly critical with his long runs, his goals, and his incredible mobility and passes. He will be expected to gain another important part in Koeman's team. Right now, he is playing well. He is doing what is asked of him to recover balls and have good passes. And right now, Pedri also having a good game so far. The midfield of Barcelona seems solid. It does look as if they understand each other more after playing one entire season together. And right now, it's another free kick for Barcelona. This time, a little bit nearer to the edge of the box of Real Sociedad. I have to say, it is weird to see Memphis taking these and not Lionel Messi, who we became accustomed to. It's not that close, but he will be looking to find one of his, higher teammates like Gerard Piqué. Here comes the cross. It is a good, and it's Gerard Piqué. Gerard Piqué with an incredible header. It's a goal for Barcelona. The first goal of the season comes by a header of Gerard Piqué. He kisses the badge of Barcelona. Let's remember that he reduces his wage in order to allow Barcelona and the club to register the signings. And now he pays back within another big way. Gerard Piqué scores an incredible header after an amazing cross by Memphis Depay. So 90 minutes played of the match. Goal for Gerard Piqué. He waves to the crowd. He sends them kisses. And an incredible run by Gerard Piqué, who timed it perfectly for that cross of Memphis Depay. Gerard Piqué was all alone in front of the goal of Remiro, and he hit it beautifully.
Piqué is on his way to become one of those idols of Barca in these rough times, with his salary card that allowed. Actually, for example, Eric Garcia, who is playing with him at the centre back, allowed to play, and now a goal. He's usually quite outspoken, and especially without Messi, he's probably on his way to become the most visible face probably in the Barca squad.
Yep. Let's remember, he's a natural leader. He's always said that he wants to be the president of Barcelona at some point of his life. Everybody calls him mi presidente. He, as you said, he is becoming one of those leaders. He's really outspoken. He's really vocal for his team. He does say what he has in his mind. And well, I'm really happy to see him playing and having a good level and scoring a goal as the one he just scored. Right now, 20 minutes of play. Real Sociedad heads the ball out of play after Martin Braithwaite had a little bit of a clash with Zaldua. Zaldua contacted the bottom of his foot, and he went down. He is back on his feet. Well, 20 minutes of the match so far for Barcelona. They have had control. They have had all the possession basically, and now they have the goal in their favor. So right now it seems that now they have to manage and continue playing the way that they've played, right, Oliver?
Exactly, and if they manage to do so, Real Sociedad is not showing many life signs there. It could be easily a 3-0 start of the season, and that'd be amazing. But as you said, I mean, thing with Barcelona is that they need to be active, especially with the loss of talent now that Messi is gone. But Barcelona is off to well, it's playing a great start and is off to probably achieving a good victory over a hard team. So
Yep.
that's positive. Should calm the waters over the next few days. And it's Barcelona fans are usually quite unsettling, and a good win tonight would be essential to have a quieter end of the transfer window.
Yep. Right now, Barcelona has once again the possession. It's Antoine Griezmann that goes all the way to the left for Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba looking for Memphis Depay, and he almost controls the ball, going into a 1v1 situation against Ramiro. At the end, the ball just slipped out of his control, but an incredible long pass by Jordi Alba looking for the new attacker of Barcelona, Memphis. Right now, Real Sociedad, as I said before, they try to play these long balls looking for either Porto in this burst of speed that the Spaniard has, or Oyarzabal. But so far, both Eddie Garcia and Gerard Piqué have been really, really intelligent in playing these kind of long balls. Both of them have cut the passes out beforehand, or they perfectly intercepted and really seen where it's going to go before they even arrive. So far, the defense of Barcelona really solid. Jordi Alba attacking well. Possibly Sergio Dest a little bit more quieter on the right side, but so far Barcelona overall a great match in these first 20 minutes of play.
And you were mentioning Piqué. Lest we forget, Piqué had a rough season last year with a severe injury, having to undergo surgery, and not being in his best shape when he returned. So it's also positive for him mentally to feel fully fit and to start with a good game, even with a goal. Although being a defender shouldn't usually be important, but it'd be essential for the team to have him at his peak if that was possible.
Yep. Right now, it is Real Sociedad that are finally trying to attack in some sort of an order and style of play against Barcelona. I think it's the most passes that I've seen, but finally they give it away to Sergio Busquets. And now it's Memphis that finds Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong that lags a little bit, looking to find a little bit more space. He does find Braithwaite inside, and he goes to Memphis Depay. Memphis does have a contact on the ball, but Ramiro was right there in front of him to simply intercept the attempt on goal. Ramiro does receive, I think, a little bit of a blow after the contact with Memphis. But what a great pass by Frenkie de Jong, and then Martin Braithwaite showing at least a little bit of vision, trying to find Memphis. As I said before, Ramiro was in the perfect position to simply intercept after Memphis had a good contact on the ball. But another good transition by Barcelona, who are, as I said before, showing solid performance so far. 6 shots so far for Barcelona. Let's remember that one hit the crossbar by Antoine Griezmann. And, so far so good, right, Oliver, in this almost 25 minutes of play.
It's a great start for Barcelona. If they keep it up, it should be a comfortable win, and again against a tough opponent. You were mentioning Alex Ramiro. He's one of the actually one of the most promising Spanish goalkeepers, but he came. He went to Real Sociedad from arch rivals Athletic Club.
Okay.
One of those things that he had reached an agreement in his last year of contract. He didn't play in his last year of contract in Athletic. He was in the stands for the whole season, and then he went for free on a free to Real Sociedad, which is a bit the case of, for example, Eric Garcia in Barcelona.
Yep.
But it's a big treason, of course, going from one team to the other.
Let's remember that Athletic have Unai Simon, another good goalkeeper.
Yeah, the Olympic ones. Yeah.
Yep. And right now, I didn't really I'm one of those fans that asked a lot more from Antoine Griezmann last season, but at least at these first minutes of the first match, he is showing intensity and what his characteristic defensive output for the team. He goes all the way back, trying to trace back the attackers of Real Sociedad. And well, so far so good for Barcelona. Right now, 26 minutes, Real Sociedad have the ball. They go to Saldua. Saldua trying to get away from Pedri, but Pedri wins the ball back. He goes to Martin Braithwaite. Braithwaite getting away from one, from two. He almost got away from Mikel Merino, but now Frenkie de Jong gets the ball back. He goes to Antoine Griezmann. Now Sergio Griezmann on the right side right now. He goes back all the way to Busquets, and now Eddie Garcia. And now, once again, the attack is coming into figure for Barcelona. Antoine Griezmann almost gave the ball away. I think it was to Porto, but Gerard Piqué was quick to his feet and got the ball back for his team. He was going to be in a very awkward situation had he not won it back. Right now, it's Gerard Piqué once again. Both teams are playing basically in a space of like 20 meters right now, right, Oliver? And now Memphis tries a long shot, but Ramiro controls it very calmly. He was looking to get over the head of the goalkeeper, just with a really quick attempt, trying to surprise the goalkeeper, a little bit of cheekiness by Memphis. But Ramiro controlled the ball really easily.
Yeah, we see Real Sociedad trying to have a bit more of the ball, trying to get forward a bit more. Let's not forget, actually, they have, like, of course, excellent players to build up the game, to actually control the ball. For example, David Silva, former Manchester City player, now he's a veteran, but he's still a highly technical player. We were mentioning, actually, Griezmann, who is very active tonight and playing a good game. And it's been said that with the departure of Messi, a lot of players have to step up. But probably I cannot think of any player with a better chance to actually step up and stand out as Griezmann. Griezmann now can be the alpha male in the Barca attack, and probably should be the big offensive star of the team. And he has a great opportunity to be that amazing player we saw in Atletico. Before that, the player we saw in Real Sociedad, precisely. But he should probably be more regular and maintain that level throughout the season. Not only this in terms of defensive sacrifice, which he always gives, and the team should be grateful for, but more presence also in the offensive end.
Yep. I'm sorry to cut you out, Albert, but we actually have a few comments right now. It's Football Collector that says, "Hi guys, what's the score?" It's 1-0 after a really good header by Gerard Piqué in a free kick by that Memphis Depay took. He found the defensive center back really in a really good position and simply had to head it home. Right now, it's Real Sociedad that are trying to break in quickly into attack. I think it's David Silva that is almost on the edge of the box. He tried to get away from one for two, but at the end, Des closes well the spaces. And now Porto has a quick shot, but Jordi Alba is right in front of him to simply cut it out. Right now, Real Sociedad trying to activate a little bit their attack, trying to do something a little bit more different than they have been, and almost paid off. And now something really strange that you don't see in modern football anymore. I think it was Saldua that tried to take a throw-in, but the ball slipped his hands, and it was a bad throw-in. And so now it's ball for Barcelona after a bad throw-in. And I think now Memphis is asking for a little bit of, I don't know what he was trying to tell the referee. I think it was a little bit of contact. And he was telling him that the player had contacted him. And right now, I think it's a little bit of a pause for hydration, right, Oliver?
Yeah, well, it's LaLiga has been struggling taking measures to deal with the heat wave we have in Spain at the moment. They maintain these cooling breaks. A lot of games have been moved to later hours in the day. For example, we saw Espanyol yesterday being played at 10 when they should have been played in the afternoon. But even in Pamplona, in the north there, they had like some 40 degrees, so it was untenable to play.
Yep, you can understand why they have this break.
Yeah. And in Barcelona today, we have the region of 30, 31 degrees with high humidity, since everybody see. It's a tough. Even now, it's a bit late in the day. It's a bit cooler. It's very tough for the players.
Yep.
That's the problem with modern football as well. They have tight schedules. They start the season in mid-August, and in some countries that's really, really tough.
Yep. Well, right now we can. Imanol Alguacil, the manager of Real Sociedad, who is also an incredibly fan of his team, is giving a very passionate speech to his team, telling them what to do and what not to do. I don't know if all of our viewers. Yep. I don't know if all the viewers saw how he actually celebrated the title with the fans of his team. He was screaming and he was singing
in the press conference. Yes, that was, I think, the cup last year. Well, they played the final last year, but it was actually the previous season's cup, which was the final was postponed due to the pandemic. But they played actually 2 weeks before Barca played last season's cup final, and Real Sociedad won, and they won mental. Yes, it was viral. He's actually a very good coach as well. Yeah. He probably doesn't get carried away too much on the pitch. So he's getting good results.
Yep. Right now, Real Sociedad was trying to attack through the right with Januzaj, but at the end of the international player wasn't really fortunate, and the ball slipped away out of bounds, and now it's the ball for Barcelona and for Neto to get the ball rolling once again. Neto is trying to communicate to his player to have a little bit more of movement. The referee tells him to get the ball rolling and not to waste so much time. They finally get the ball back into play. Now it's Neto looking for a long pass for Antoine Griezmann. And it was almost Antoine Griezmann in a foot race against Munoz. But then Ramiro had to go a bit out of his spaces to get the ball back.
Januzaj, though, was one of those hot prospects at Manchester United. It's probably not gonna get the top level he was deemed for. Apparently, he's had a lot of injury problems, but he's one of those talented players that could get anything out of the hat at any point in the game, and Barcelona should definitely keep an eye on him. Because he has that special talent that very few players in LaLiga have.
Yeah, completely. He somehow, somewhere manages to get a shot off, and it's right into the corner of the goal. And somehow he has this magic. But yeah, as you said, he never really truly lived up to the whole potential that it was expected from him. Right now, Real Sociedad are trying to win the ball back, to get the ball rolling in their favor in the attack. It's David Silva looking on a long pass towards his attacker. All of the Real Sociedad players are constantly asking for fouls in their favor, and the defense of Barcelona are playing very physically against them, something that's not that typical. I don't know if Eddie Garcia brings a lot of the English style of football, but he is being really physical against both Oyarzabal and Porto. And Gerard Piqué is simply timing perfectly his tackles. Right now, it's Busquets that draws another foul in favor of Barcelona, and David Silva is saying that is telling the referee something. Right now, it's Jordi Alba on the left side trying to find Memphis, but I think it was Elustondo that won. Oh no, sorry, Lenormand that won the aerial duel against Memphis, and it's another throw-in for Barcelona. 35 minutes of match played, and now Real Sociedad have a few players warming up on the sidelines. I'm not sure Wasil is really liking anything of what his team is doing so far, neither in defense or in midfield or even attack. I think so far their best player is Ramiro, as he managed to really save that attempt by Memphis that was on a 1-1 situation. And Barcelona have another throw-in. I don't know how many throw-ins we've had, Oliver, but I don't know, more than 10 easily right now.
Yes, but it's only a consequence of fighting over every ball and having a great attitude, not giving up, being physical, as you said, in these divide balls. But you managed to get at least throw-ins to retain possession, to get it back at times. And Barcelona is up for the fight tonight, which is good because it's a team that wasn't really physical. We get that register, that extra uh, variation of the team. It definitely would help throughout the season to cope with tougher opponents, with rough matches, particularly away. That'd be great. For example, Eric Garcia wasn't really a tough centre back, but we see him tonight up for the fight, and that'd be if we can have that person a very for the rest of the season. It'd be amazing to have like rougher back players at the back because usually the best one in that field is Araujo, but he's getting a lot of injuries, and then Lenglet is horrible with many mistakes. Last season was terrible.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole with the whole French
I know.
defenders right now.
He's also injured, so it'd be great to have Eric play that role.
Yep.
Because also he's more technical, probably.
Yeah, as you were saying that, actually Subimendi was shown the yellow card after he had a horrible tackle on Pedri. He did contact, I think it was the left foot of Pedri, and the midfielder of La Real Sociedad has seen the yellow card, the first yellow card of the match. And right now, Barcelona aren't having as much control at the moment. They do have possession, but once they lose the ball, Real Sociedad seem to be, I don't know if gaining a little bit more of momentum or Barcelona are relaxing a little bit and not having that much intensity and trying to recover the ball. But right now, Real Sociedad are moving their lines forward. They are trying to win the ball back much higher up the pitch. And right now, it's
right, definitely. They need because I think it's probably Barcelona taking a bit of a breather, but definitely Real Sociedad are trying to put up a fight. Otherwise, it could have been easily a 3-0 game tonight. But I'm assuming Barcelona will try, with only a few minutes left, to just control the ball and try not to give away a goal. Go at least 1-0 to halftime, and then kind of regain composure and get back onto the pitch with better shape. But it's definitely Real Sociedad. They had to do something. I mean, they're a good team with players that know what to leave a trophy is, and it's understandable that at least at times, even in Camp Nou, they will play a bit harder, stand up lines, and do a bit more because at the beginning of the game they weren't. They weren't. They didn't look like themselves. I mean, they look like a much worse team.
Yeah, right now Barcelona are drawing a lot of fouls against Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad, I think, are trying to play also physically, but not as accurately as the defenders of Barcelona have been doing so far. Right now, Barcelona once again has the possession, and once again they draw a foul after Frenkie de Jong is brought down once again. This time, I think it was by Mikel Merino. And both Antoine Griezmann and Frenkie de Jong are being brought down a lot, as well as Memphis. Right now, it's Memphis with the ball. I'm sorry, it's Braithwaite with the ball. He goes back to Eddie Garcia. Eddie Garcia having a good debut for Barcelona. Now Gerard Piqué trying to find a long pass to Martin Braithwaite, but this time the defense of Real Sociedad does intercept the ball. Now David Silva looking for a long pass, looking for, I think it's Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal does have the ball. He goes inside the box, and now it's Real Sociedad trying to attack, but Eddie Garcia is right in position to send the ball into a corner kick. Ayen Munoz had gone into a position to have a good cross, looking for Porto. But Eddie Garcia, as I said before, was in good position. He did tackle the ball, and he sent it to the corner kick. So the first corner kick, I think, for Real Sociedad, and the first really aggressive attack by the visiting team.
And Porto, playing now for Real Sociedad, was an icon in Girona, team just up north, about 1 hour from Barcelona, and gave a Barca round for their money. A good few times with Stuani, still in the team. They're now in the second division, but Real Sociedad were very quick to get Porto for a low clause. I think it was around 10 million, which is quite cheap for his quality. When Girona were relegated,
Yep.
and he's been in the starting lineup ever since. I think I've been a regular starter since he joined.
Yeah, he has been a really good asset for Real Sociedad. Right now, the referee is talking with Frenkie de Jong. He's telling him to not complain anymore, to simply play and let him do his job. Frenkie de Jong has been very vocal against referees in the past, always letting them know that he's not really happy with their performance. And, well, Real Sociedad do seem to be a little bit more comfortable. Almost 42 minutes of play in the match so far. Another throw-in for Barcelona after Frenkie de Jong won a slide tackle against Mikel Merino. Mikel Merino was looking for a foul against the Dutch midfielder. Now it's Neto. Neto is trying to play another long pass to Martin Braithwaite. Braithwaite finally has a touch and wins the aerial duel, looking to find Memphis. And Memphis once again wins another throw-in for Barcelona.
It's a good duel, the one that De Jong is having with Merino. Both international players. When Merino played for Borussia Dortmund as a youngster, so he has also international experience. Both outstanding players in their teams, good players in their national teams. It's an interesting duel, one that could determine who dominates the midfield, actually.
Yep. Let's remember.
Well.
Yeah, let's remember that also Barcelona does have a superior. Well, they do overwhelm La Real Sociedad with numbers in the midfield. But so far, both teams are trying to compete really well in the midfield. But also, I think right now Barcelona aren't really constructing any. Well, they aren't building anymore the play. They're simply looking for long passes by Neto, and well, they have to really be focused because the first half almost comes to an end, and you don't want to really allow one of those psychological goals in which you allow the opponents to go with a draw after being basically losing the whole first half and not really even dominating. Right now, it's Frenkie de Jong. He does find, I think it's Martin Braithwaite. Braithwaite looking for a cross, but Ramiro is quick to have a really strong hand on it. He was looking for Antoine Griezmann, and now I think I'm not sure it was Oyarzabal, but I think he controlled the ball with his hand. I'm sorry, I think it was Munoz, so I'm not sure who it was. I'm sorry, it was David Silva. Silva controlled the ball almost inside the box, but it was really, really on the edge. So it is a free kick for Barcelona.
It was a bit of a weird bounce of the ball there, but it's a surprising error for such an experienced player.
You wouldn't expect it from David Silva. I mean, you would expect it from basically anyone else, but not David Silva. 25 meters away from goal.
David Silva, who's been in every battle. It's a surprise. But it's true that the ball made a weird bounce there.
25 meters from where the ball is placed to the goal. Here comes Memphis. Memphis that tries a little bit of a cheeky play, but Pedri wasn't expecting it. Pedri was just standing still and wasn't even expecting that pass. And Real was trying to break quickly into space. I don't know what Memphis or Pedri were thinking at the moment.
Porto read as well. Porto read that pass quickly.
Yep, but also it seemed as if Pedri wasn't really even expecting it. He was just standing perfectly still and just waiting for it. Right now, at the end, it was a good position for either an attempt on target or a good cross. But at the end, it's a corner kick for Real Sociedad as we reach the 45 minutes mark. 2 minutes have been added. Let's remember that there was a cooling break for both teams. As Oliver was saying, they are in the region of almost in the 30s in Barcelona degrees. And Real Sociedad do take the cross, but Antoine Griezmann is quick to head it out. And then I don't know what Munoz was trying. I think he was trying like an incredible shot from a long, long distance out. But another throw-in for Barcelona. And, well, I think it's safe to say that the game will end this first half with Barcelona in front. They have had good possession, but the last few minutes, I think they relaxed a lot in the midfield and in the attack. and Real Sociedad was trying to take advantage of it.
Yeah, well, it was a bit of everything, as we said. Barca couldn't maintain the level of intensity, and they got a goal, so it's a probably good time for a bit of a breather. But Real Sociedad pushed forward. They had to. They couldn't keep playing the same way. They would have gotten pounded by the end of the game. And they have potentially a team to get points tonight. So at some point they had to try something and change things. But I think for Barcelona overall, it's quite a controlled game. They're playing well, solidly against a rough opponent. So it's.
I'm sorry, Oliver, but right now, Frenkie de Jong has intercepted the ball. He does have a good cross, and it's Martin Braithwaite that is the second goal for Barcelona. Martin Braithwaite with a good header. He was all the way to the far post, and Frenkie de Jong found him, and he had a good header. He had this, a great cross and a great header. Frenkie de Jong found him perfectly, just all alone and isolated on the second post, and Martin Braithwaite with a good contact. So one of those players that you don't really expect to have that many chances in Barcelona, but he does good in his first opportunity. 2 headers for Barcelona in the first half and 2 goals. Great interception by Frenkie de Jong, as we were saying. Another player that we expect to step up his game even more this season. He intercepted it really well after Eddie Garcia controlled Januzaj perfectly. And Frenkie de Jong, at the end, he has another good long cross. And Martin Braithwaite was just all alone. I don't know who was supposed to be defending him. I think it was the right back, Zaldúa, but he simply couldn't react quickly enough.
It was a quick play, and probably Zaldúa had started run forward. And Barcelona managed to strike really quickly. Yeah, it's Zaldúa who didn't quite manage to get to that far post. Still out of position, and I get great finishing by Braithwaite. I think it was a quick play, but I think Ramiro could have done a bit more, because it was just above his head, quite in the center. But
you didn't expect, right, Martin Braithwaite to really score a goal in this match.
No, and you didn't expect him go late in the first half like this.
No. So the first half has come to an end. Barcelona does lead. What would you say to those that have just joined the live coverage, Oliver? What would you tell them as a quick recap?
I mean, what we were saying before this late goal, good first half from Barcelona. After the first goal, got a bit of a breather because the intensity had been high. And at some point, Real Sociedad tried to level the odds, understandably, because they're a good team and they had a bad start of the game. But what was going to be a good first half from Barcelona, with a 1-0 advantage and a good performance overall, finished the best possible way with a late goal, psychological goal, and that probably would ease things a lot. It would make it a lot easier to start the second half more calmly, still with intensity, of course, but more calmly, and with things more under control. So again, we were saying, but even more with that late goal. In the second half, I think we may get a 3-0 victory tonight, as we said in the first half. But just don't relax too much, because they're a very good team. But other than that, I think Barcelona are playing great.
As you said, 2 good goals. One great header by Gerard Piqué after a great cross by Memphis Depay, and another good goal by a header of Martin Braithwaite after a great cross by Frenkie de Jong. So Barcelona does lead 2-0 at the halftime. They have been playing really well. I don't know who I dare to say is the best player of Barcelona so far. All of them have had really good plays. I think the player that has actually surprised me the most is Eddie Garcia. Eddie Garcia, his first real match for Barcelona. Well, his first match ever for Barcelona for the first team.
He's been great.
And he's playing really, really well. He understands himself really well with Gerard Piqué. And well, I don't know who else. Well, everyone has surprised me. A really good start. Martin Braithwaite with his goal, obviously.
Overall, super solid performance by every player. Yes.
Yep. We're gonna take a quick break, but we'll be back for the second half. And well, be sure to hit the like. And if you have any question, any comments, also be sure to leave in the comment section. And we'll be back in a few minutes for the second half. Hi everyone, we are back on the stream, and it's actually the teams are getting ready. They are kicking off. I'm sorry we took a little bit longer than usual, but we are here back to comment on the second half of the Barcelona against Real Sociedad, the first match of the season. And actually, Real Sociedad have made a change. Barrenechea is in for Real Sociedad. I'll confirm you who has come off for in his favor. And right now, Barcelona at the Camp Nou, there are 20 people. There are 20 people there physically. So a little bit of attendance. It's exciting to see people once again going to the Camp Nou. And
Bit by bit, it will get better.
Yep. Actually, two changes for Real Sociedad. Both David Silva and Januzaj have come off.
Barrenechea has for Barrenechea, as you said, yes.
Yep. Well, Barrenechea and Bautista are in for those two players. So two substitute for Real Sociedad at the halftime. Barcelona have the same 11 players on the pitch. No changes have been made in Koeman's side. So we'll see now how Real Sociedad try to play and how Barcelona also adapts to these new changes. Right now is a long pass looking for Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong that finds Antoine Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann scores a goal, but I think it was Frenkie de Jong that was offside by quite a lot. But I don't know why now the referees allow the the play to go on for so long. But well, yeah, offside. Griezmann had scored his goal. Ramiro couldn't really even do anything with a good attempted cross, but offside by Frenkie de Jong. And well, so Real Sociedad seem to be playing a little bit with fire because their defense is going up the pitch quite a lot and allowing a lot of green space behind their back, especially since they have Antoine Griezmann, Memphis, and Braithwaite who could easily do anything, right, Oliver?
Exactly. I guess this is the risk they have to take in order to get something out of this game. But it's a big risk, as we said in the first half. It's not surprised that a manager like Imanol, who has a tendency to move the bench and field players, and he's not patient in that sense. He's a great manager because he changes a lot of the game's tendencies by that way. But I don't know if luckily for Barcelona he'd be doing his team a favor. Bautista is a good youngster, but I don't know if, even though David Silva wasn't at his peak, I don't know if he'd do much more. He's more offensive. They're both offensive substitutions. Barrenechea is more dangerous. A youngster is very active with an excellent long distance shooting. That could be more dangerous than Januzaj if Januzaj is not inspired.
Yep.
And one of the hottest prospects in Real Sociedad's youth system.
Right now, actually, Barrenechea has the ball. He is trying to have a lot of contact in these first few minutes of the second half. Real Sociedad now having a little bit more of the control of the ball. Their defense being a little bit more participative, as well as their midfield, looking a lot more to find those spaces that Barcelona are leaving a little bit neglected, either by the positioning or by the movement of Real Sociedad. And so far, it seems as if the roles have changed a little bit. Barcelona are now a lot more into a defensive shape rather than the first half. But finally, Gerard Piqué wins the ball back for Barcelona. I think it was after Pedri intercepted a pass. And Eddie Garcia now has the ball. He's calm. He looks back and he goes back to Neto. Real Sociedad now trying to apply a little bit more of pressure, but in the end, Neto finds Pedri that is all alone. He goes to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba cuts back into the center. Now he goes to Memphis. Memphis that finds De Jong. De Jong finds all alone Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba in front of goal. Jordi Alba shoots, but he just misses it. I think he clipped a little bit the post. I don't know if he was offside. I'm not sure, but a really great pass by both Frenkie de Jong and Memphis. I think he was offside, but just a little bit. But in the end, the defender had all alone Antoine Griezmann to his right. He decided to shoot, but I think he did clip the side of the post. And, well, he does have a smile on his face, but I think it was a clear attempt on goal to at least score it, right, Oliver?
It was super clear. Maybe the play would have been disallowed, but it's a big mistake by Alba. Should have probably passed it sideways to Griezmann, but it was a massive chance. Again, it could have been disallowed. I don't know if, as you said,
but you have to score it at the end of the day. You have to score these kind of
exactly. You have to put that in and then see what happens. But if you find yourself in that position, just try to finish it off.
Yeah, completely. Right now, it's Real Sociedad that have another throw-in for them. The left side, in which Barrenechea is playing currently, seems to be causing a little bit more of a problem for Barcelona and for Serginho Dest. This time, it's Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal trying to go inside the box. He shoots, but I think it was Eddie Garcia that had a foot on it, and he deflected it over the top of Neto's goal. Oyarzabal was arriving all alone towards the edge of the box. I'm not sure who was the defender that actually had a touch in it. Yes, it was Eddie Garcia with a vital cross and a corner kick for Barcelona. I mean, for Real Sociedad. It's the third one for Real Sociedad. They are tied up in corner kicks with Barcelona. And I don't know how many players are inside the small box. The 6-yard box is just full with players. At the end, Antoine Griezmann simply heads it out. Real Sociedad tries to win in the second play. It's Jordi Alba right now that is trying to having and complicated his control. I think he did win. Yes, he won another throw-in for Barcelona. He resolved it really well after Subimendi was really applying a lot of pressure to the left back of Barcelona. It seems as if Barca does have control. They're not really allowing Real Sociedad to have that much dominance, but if they continue this way, it could be a long second half for Barcelona.
Yes, I suppose Barcelona will eventually find more spaces as Tarnes kicks in, and maybe that could allow a third goal that definitely would put this game to bed. But otherwise, it could be a long second half. I agree. As we said, Barrenechea is super active on and off the ball, and with good shooting skills. So he could be a bit of a problem for Dest, especially if Dest keeps going forward as much as he did in the first half. Probably now he should stay put a bit more, especially with Barcelona winning by 2.
Be more defensive minded. As you were saying that, actually, Oliver, Oyarzabal had a good position to head it home, but at the end, his shot went really, really wide. I think he's been really subtle and quiet till this point in this match. Oyarzabal not being that leader that he normally is for Real Sociedad. Right now, 52 minutes, another throw in for Real Sociedad on that right side. They find Portu that is being pressured by Gerard Piqué way up the pitch. Now they go to Munoz. Munoz with a good cross, and it is a good touch by, I'm not sure, I think it was Bautista, the youngster, but the attempt went wide. As you were saying, not that much danger by Real Sociedad, but they are beginning to arrive to the box and the goal of Neto.
And it's not surprised also that now we are seeing a bit more of Oyarzabal. Since he was the main offensive reference in the first half, he's not that comfortable in that position. He plays and can do it well, but it's not his natural position. Now Bautista is playing as that kind of target man, and Oyarzabal is playing more like this kind of false 9 or right behind him, or maybe falling on the sides with more freedom.
As a number 10.
Exactly, which is more his natural role. And it's probably going to be a bit more active in the second half. But the thing is that he was playing as a 9 in the first half, with Silva playing behind him, and that's probably why he was more limited. Also, Barcelona did a good defensive job on him. That must be said as well.
Right now, as I said before, the left side of Real Sociedad or the right side of Barcelona, depends on how you see it. Both Barrenechea and Ayen Munoz are causing a lot more of trouble than the first half. The first half, I think Serginho didn't have really any work cut out for him, but this time I think the American defender does have to be a little bit more focused and precise on both his defensive chores and his passing, as well as Antoine Griezmann that is playing on that right side at the moment. So Barcelona does have to. Yeah, Barcelona does have to be a little bit more focused. I don't know if. Well, I don't know, Oliver. Who would you think that Barcelona and Koeman can actually play as substitutes?
Well, there's a few options. Truth is, there's a lot of injuries, particularly if you want to bring some fresh air and fresher legs in the offensive half. Because as Koeman complained in the press conference, we have a lot of injuries in that line, like Dembele, Fati, and Agüero, for example. But Barcelona could play, especially Emerson Royal, fresher legs on the right side to cover Barrenechea and Ayen Muñoz, and also keep a certain offensive presence with fresher legs. And Emerson is an outstanding player physically, stronger than Dest, since he's also bigger, and he probably could be able to put up a fight on both ends. Again, being fresher, that would probably be my first substitution. And you could probably see youngster Demir, how he plays. Sergio Roberto hasn't been in a good form in the preseason, but he could be a good substitution to kind of solidify the midfield, make it a bit more physical in the last sort of 30 minutes or so. Those would probably be my first substitution. Araujo could probably be a good sub as well eventually, but mainly it's Emerson, Demir, and Sergio Roberto, in my opinion, that could.
Yep, I completely agree. Possibly also Ricky Puig. Right now, Real Sociedad does have almost a counter-attacking position, but I think it was Sergio Busquets brought down. I don't know if it was the youngster Bautista. I think it was Bautista who he brought down, and they were trying to play the offside, but it was Jordi Alba that were actually playing them into position. And Sergio Busquets is having a word with him. He is telling him to play on the shoulder of the last defender. And yellow card for Sergio Busquets, the first for a player of Barcelona. And right now, Real Sociedad put the ball into play once more.
Not the first time Barcelona has this kind of concentration lapses, and it could cost you eventually.
Yep. Right now, it's Ayen Muñoz once again that is trying to attack through that left side. He has to throw in for his team. He goes all the way back to Lenormand. Lenormand having a little bit more of control. Real Sociedad definitely having much more possession of the ball in this second half, especially in these first 10 minutes of the second half. But also Barcelona, it seems as if the midfield is lacking a little bit. I don't know if Pedri is tired right now. He did play a lot of matches in last season, so we could also see soon a substitute for Pedri, because it does seem as if the midfield is having a little bit of issues right now. Right now, Antoine Griezmann loses the ball once again. He has been pressured a lot more. He goes to Frenkie de Jong in the midfield. Now he goes to Pedri. Pedri goes to the left side, finding Braithwaite against Saldia. He manages to get a little bit away from him. Now Pedri wiggles a little bit in a small space. He finds Memphis. Memphis goes to Jordi Alba with a good cross, and it falls to Braithwaite, and Braithwaite with another goal. A double goal for Martin Braithwaite after a really good cross by Jordi Alba. Ramiro had a hand on it, but it fell to the foot of Martin Braithwaite, and Braithwaite simply had to. Well, he pushed it in, but in a very violent way, so he secured the second goal for his tally. 2 goals for Martin Braithwaite in this match.
He is the beginning of the season for him.
He is the goal scorer leading for Barcelona. Messi left, but now we have Martin Braithwaite.
Exactly, perfect replacement.
So really good play between Memphis and Jordi Alba. Memphis retained the ball a bit, allowed Jordi Alba to move a little bit. Then he had a very subtle but through pass for Jordi Alba, and Jordi Alba threw a rocket to the center, and simply Martin Braithwaite had to. He did have 2 players of Real Sociedad in front of him, but he had an incredible shot and went just through the defenders.
It was a great action. Yes, it was a great movement. One that we were expecting with Barcelona finding spaces at the back of Real Sociedad's defense, and also one that could probably now send this game to bed, have a quieter end of the game.
Yep. 60 minutes, Barcelona lead 3-0, I'm sorry, after 2 goals by Martin Braithwaite and 1 of Gerard Piqué. So the first match post Lionel Messi era, and Barcelona are winning against a tough team, the Real Sociedad, comfortably. Real Sociedad, I don't remember a single really aggressive attempt on goal against Neto, but so far Barcelona are faring really well. Right now, actually, Barcelona have 7 shots on target against just 0 of Real Sociedad. No shots on target so far in 60 minutes of the match for La Real Sociedad. And Barcelona are now having much more control of the ball and having just fun with the possession. It's Jordi Alba on the left. Jordi Alba looking for an attacker. He does find, I think it was Martin Braithwaite that was simply passing the ball very subtly to Memphis. And Memphis draws another foul, and another player of Real Sociedad will see the yellow card. This time it's Elustondo. Elustondo sees the first his yellow card, and a beautiful touch by Martin Braithwaite.
Well, now things look very good, I think, no? But when Barcelona could actually maybe rest some players, I'm thinking of Pérez, of course, especially. Rotate some others, maybe in the defensive half, because we don't have many players there.
Yep. Right now, I think it's time for Ronald Koeman to think really intelligently to rest and who to have more minutes. Right now, as you were saying that, actually, Ayen Munoz sees also his first yellow card after he brought down Pedri on a really I don't like to say dumb and clumsy attempt against the young Spanish midfielder. So another yellow card for Real Sociedad, the second in like 2 minutes. And Barcelona seem to have right now the game in the bag. If they really turn up a little bit, I don't know, just 5% their intensity, they could easily score another one, right, Oliver?
Yes, exactly. We can see, as you were saying, Real Sociedad players are already falling to frustration. They're a bit understandably concerned. This game is going out of hand. They're getting pounded eventually, to put it like clearly. They haven't really competed much, especially not for a team of their size. And it's understandable the situation. But Barcelona now could get more goals and actually could get on top of the table if they score a 4th goal, because I think Real Madrid won 4-1.
Yep, Barcelona could actually go to the top with another goal in their favor. As we see another 2 players of La Real Sociedad getting ready to come onto the pitch. We'll see who they will be substituting.
We'll see. Probably, I'd say the best sub they have left is Illarramendi, because we mentioned they have a lot of injuries in the attacking line as well, same as Barcelona. And the best replacement they have at the bench is Illarramendi, who had a lot of former Real Madrid players, a good player, but he had a lot of injury problems last season.
Yep. Right now it's Barcelona once again are attacking. Now Pedri finds once again Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba goes to Griezmann. Griezmann that has to play a little bit in a small space. And now Jordi Alba draws a corner kick after a great pass. I think it was by Pedri, a through pass. But at the end, Jordi Alba simply could find a corner kick after Oyarzabal was all over him. It's amazing to see Oyarzabal all the way back, basically into his own box, having to make these defensive challenges. But I think that's the match so far for Real Sociedad. Here comes the corner kick, and it seems as if Busquets almost won it, but it falls all the way back to Dest after a defender of Real Sociedad cleared it. Now it's Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba goes to slap with to Memphis Depay. Depay trying to go into the center, into the midfield. He gets away from one, from two. Then he has a little bit of a cheeky trying to pass with his heel, but it comes to nothing. And now Reds, they are trying to break quickly with Porto. Porto being chased by 4 players of Barcelona. And in the end, also Barcelona win it back. Now Jordi Alba with a little bit of finesse, he numbs a player of Real Sociedad, and now I think it's Baptista that's trying to get away. Now I'm not sure who even has the ball right now. It's just a little bit of confusion. Barcelona players and Real Sociedad players are trying to have the ball, and now an incredible shot by a long distance, but by Real Sociedad. But Neto was all over that attempt. I think it was Mikel Merino, an incredible shot that was just going directly, very violently towards goal. But Neto with an incredible save to his left. He simply put a hand to it, and nothing else came from it. But a very, very violent shot that shows you that Real Sociedad can still score one goal out of nowhere.
A good team indeed. Barcelona cannot relax. Still enough minutes left for Real Sociedad to scare them. But this kind of looks like a bit of a last desperate attempt. And you were speaking about Oyarzabal. Well, he's a bit like Griezmann in this. He sacrifices for the greater good of the team. But that's also the kind of game Barcelona has been playing, dominating, forcing him to be more present, helping his team defensively than actually threatening offensively.
Yep. As actually right now, Real Sociedad has made two more substitutions. Gorosabel has come on for Saldua, and Lobetia has come on for Porto. So 4 substitutions for Real Sociedad so far. None for Barcelona. I think Ronald Koeman should be making substitution in no time in order to give rest to some of these players, especially Eddie Garcia with a good debut, and also Pedri that have come back from the Euros, I think, last week, right, Oliver?
The Olympics, yeah. Euros and Olympics also.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Olympics, right? The Olympics. Yeah, but
yeah, I agree with you. Pedri should be the one to rest first, especially you have Demir and Sergio Roberto on the bench. Nico would be good to if we gave him a few minutes, but that's probably more for Busquets. But giving a bit of fresh air to that midfield and to the upfront line would be good. And about the substitutions, well, Real Sociedad is player by player. Gorosabel is also a right back, so no surprises there. And Loret is a youngster. It's replacing Porto, so Porto is a very active player with rest, probably just kind of giving up a bit on this game.
Yep. Well, 3-0 for Barcelona, almost 68 minutes played in this match. Right now it's Eddie Garcia. Garcia goes to he goes back to the Spanish defender. He goes to his left to Gerard Piqué, and now simply Real Sociedad are really playing a defensive mode. They aren't even looking for another goal. I think they're simply not looking. They're looking to not concede another one by Barcelona. I don't know if this is what Imanol Wasid told them, but they have a 4-5-1 formation as it seems right now. I don't know what you see, Oliver, but I think that's the formation that they currently have. And they're simply just awaiting for Barcelona in their own half. And Barcelona playing their typical kind of play, short passes, then a long one towards the other side of the pitch in order to open up a little bit spaces. Right now it's Memphis. Memphis looking for Griezmann. Griezmann trying to open all the way over to Jordi Alba, and he does successfully. Now it's Martin Braithwaite that finds and gains another throw-in for Barcelona. Now it's Emerson Royal that is getting ready to come onto the pitch for Barcelona. So one substitution for Barcelona, at least what I saw. And I would assume that Serginho Dest will be coming off. I think it's just natural position for position, and also allowing him to slowly gain a few minutes with his team and begin to understand himself with his teammates. Right now, it's Sergio Busquets. Busquets that finds beautifully Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba with another violent cross, looking once again for Martin Braithwaite. It seems as if Braithwaite is all over the place. Luckily for Real Sociedad.
It's just having one of those days. You want to make the most of it. He's not going to get another chance like this, probably, to get a treble with Barcelona.
Yep. Right now, Yeah, completely. Right now, both two substitutions are getting ready. It is Serginho Dest that is coming off in favor of Emerson Royal. A good match, I think, by Serginho Dest, his first match this season for Barcelona. A good match, nothing too spectacular. I think he just he did what he was asked to do. But now Emerson Royal will have his debut for Barcelona. And also, it's Frankie de Jong that is leaving the pitch. I don't know why Pedri is going to continue, but Frankie de Jong is coming off in favor of Sergio Roberto.
Probably it's most similar kind of player, I suppose, De Jong than Roberto. Although I agree with you that Pedri is the one that did some minutes of the most.
Yeah, I'll never understand why Koeman never gives him any sort of rest, but well, it is what it is. Right now, it's Barcelona that once again have the possession of the ball. 70 minutes played of this match, just 20 to go. It's Pedri. Pedri goes to his left with Jordi Alba. As I was saying, it's just now a typical kind of match for Barcelona where the opponent is simply waiting in their own box, in their own half, and waiting for Barcelona to do something a little bit more different or having to do a lot more creatively than the opponents. And I think Real Sociedad are simply trying to not concede another goal by the Blaugranas.
Well, I guess they have to try control the damage if they've given up on getting any points out of this game. You don't want to fall too hard if you have to fall. So I suppose that's a bit the case. That they don't want to go crazily on defense and then just getting 4, 5, 6 goals.
Yep, as it normally happens if you give a lot of space to Barcelona.
Yeah, actually, last game these two teams played was last year in Anoeta. I think it was 1-6 or 0-6 with 2 goals scored by Serginho Dest, if I remember correctly. So I suppose knowing that they will just try to again control the damage and not getting hurt too bad.
Yeah, as you were saying that, Emerson Royal had his first touch of the ball. I think he sent a violent cross towards the middle, looking for any player of Barcelona. Now he has to throw in. He goes with Antoine Griezmann in short. Now Griezmann goes to El Presidente Gerard Piqué. Now Jordi Alba. Alba goes, I think it's Sergio Roberto. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it was Pedri. Now Sergio Roberto also having the first touches of the ball in this match. And, well, it seems as if the tempo has really gone down. Now it's Sergio Busquets looking for Jordi Alba, and he does find him. Alba tries to head it over into the direction of Martin Braithwaite. Now it's Pedri inside the box, and he does have a good shot, but Ramiro simply had an incredible touch on him, incredible reflexes to deny Pedri. Pedri with an incredible, he just turned around inside the box in an incredibly violent and well, with a lot of force behind it, but Ramiro had a slight touch on it to simply deflect it out of any danger. Right now, it's once again Barcelona. They try to find Braithwaite inside the box, but Braithwaite competes and he wins it back. Once again, Braithwaite trying to find now Memphis, but no luck to it. I think it's Elustondo that cuts it out finally, and he tries to play quickly to his attackers. But once again, Barcelona win it back so quickly that Real Sociedad don't even have a chance of having more than 2 or 3 passes in a row. Right now, it's Sergio Roberto is trying to get away, and he does successfully from the pressure. Now Gerard Piqué looking over, and now he goes all the way over to the right with Emerson Royal. Royal with a lot of space in front of him. He goes to Griezmann. Now Griezmann goes once again back to Piqué. Piqué becoming a very solid player so far for Barcelona in this first match. I don't want to get too excited, but he is showing a lot of great level in this match so far. Right now it's Griezmann, and he's trying to cut into the middle, but the midfield of Real Sociedad does not allow him to do so. Right now it's Mikel Merino. Merino goes back to the Normand. Now Muñoz with Barrenechea, and Barrenechea goes down after Emerson Royal contacts him a little bit on his back. And so a foul for Real Sociedad, almost 75 minutes played in this match, and a cooling break for both teams.
Well deserved, as we said, is a sweltering day in Barcelona. And well, if Koeman doesn't do more substitutions, it's good to get a bit of fresh air with that. That said, though, I agree that the kind of the tempo is slowed down. It's probably for the better for Barcelona now to have everything under control. So just let the minutes left go by. But overall, as you said, a very solid performance by the team. And defensively, you wouldn't think, maybe Eric Garcia stood up, but you wouldn't think it's been an outstanding game. But they actually dealt with any potential danger very well. Just like when Dest left the pitch, he had to got Januzaj, and we didn't see much of the Belgians, for example. So overall, I think everyone has played a good game, and that's brilliant for Koeman to have everyone up for the cause.
Yep. Right now, I think Barcelona is having a good overall match on every single line of the team. As we see, actually, Sergio Roberto that is laughing on in the on the bench of Barcelona on top of it, and he. I think it's a player that everyone also wants to see him playing as soon as possible for the Blaugranas. But let's hope. Yep, let's hope that he gets well quickly, and also that he can come back into great shape quickly for the Blaugranas. Right now, a little bit of confusion by La Real Sociedad with Ayen Munoz and the referees. I don't know what they're telling him, but he isn't being allowed to come back onto the pitch at the moment. I'm not sure what happened there, but the ball gets rolling once again. I think it's Lenormand that gets the ball rolling, and finally Munoz can go back. Lenormand simply trying to find one of his attackers. I think it was Bautista on a long pass, but at the end of the day, at the end of the play, it went straight all the way through to Neto. Now Neto trying to find another player of his team with a long pass, but now he's unsuccessful. Now it's Berrenechea. Berrenechea tries to send a good cross, but it falls to Piqué. Now it goes back to the Real Sociedad. Now once again with Barcelona with Pedri. Pedri finds Memphis, and he draws yet another foul, and another player of Real Sociedad will see the yellow card. This time it's Lenormand. So another player of Real Sociedad that sees another yellow card. I think the only player that hasn't seen the yellow card in the defense is Gorosabel, the right back that was subbed on, and he is the only player of Real Sociedad of the defense that hasn't seen a yellow card.
Well, Zaldúa was the player that went off the pitch for Gorosabel. I think didn't see the yellow card either. It's the three remaining players in the defensive line and also Zubimendi in the midfield. That saw the yellow cards. 4 yellow cards is a good number of them, actually. But again, as we said, Real Sociedad now are dealing with frustration and probably just trying to finish the game as soon as possible, not get hurt too bad, and just probably just look forward to the next one.
Right now it's Emerson Royal with a throw-in. 78 minutes played of the match, and as you said, possibly Real Sociedad right now are just trying to see it through and not concede anymore. Right now it's Antoine Griezmann that loses the ball, but now he recovers it thanks to Sergio Roberto. Now Antoine Griezmann is brought down to the ground, and now Pedri is also brought down. But I think it's Berrenechea that won the ball back, and now it's Bautista. But Barcelona and Real Sociedad having a really good contest physically and through tackles. At the end, Barcelona has the ball. Now it's Antoine Griezmann through the middle. He goes all the way over to the right to Memphis. Now Memphis will allow green space in front of him. He goes inside the box. He cuts back. He tries to cut through 1 and 2 defenders, but now I think it's Munoz that wins the ball back. He tries to get away quickly, but he's not really successful. Now Mikel Merino finds Oyarzabal, and now Oyarzabal taking a break and just playing really calmly and without any real hurry or pressure. He's inside his own half. He goes all the way over to Lenormand, and now Barcelona are back into position to simply await now for Real Sociedad. It seems as if some a little bit that Barcelona are waiting for that perfect counter attack to score another goal. But also, I think almost 80 minutes of play in this match, and Ronald Koeman still hasn't made other than just two substitutes. Well, two substitutions.
That's surprising. Maybe he wants the team to get some synergy before actually putting some new pieces in and changing things. He wants probably the starting players to have more minutes together, get to know each other, and then rotate maybe. But it's still surprising because you have a number of youngsters on the bench. It's a 3-0 game. 3 substitutions still remaining to do. And it's, of course, very surprising. But we know Koeman, and we know he sometimes takes risks, but sometimes takes decisions.
Yep. As you were saying that,
he's a very brave coach, but it's still surprising sometimes when he does these things.
Yep. As you were saying that, another substitution for Real Sociedad, and I think I saw Nico Gonzalez and Ronald Araujo getting ready for Barcelona to come on. So probably Eddie Garcia will be coming off, and I don't know if Busquets or Pedri, because as well as we said so many times, it seems as if Koeman doesn't want to really rest Pedri ever. Or we'll see if he finally allow Sergio Busquets to also have a little bit of rest.
Could we see probably a 3-man defense, and then because that's something Koeman did at some point last season, well, during the season, the past season, playing with 3 centre backs and maybe replacing either one of the players up front or one of the midfielders, and having.
I'm sorry, Albert, but right now it's Real Sociedad are attacking, and now it is a goal for Real Sociedad. An incredible through pass. It was Lobete that scored the goal. I'm not really sure who played that through pass, but he simply dribbled past 2 and 3 defenders, 2 players of Barcelona, and so a goal for Real Sociedad, 3-1, 80 almost 82 minutes played. I'm not really sure who played that ball through, but an incredible shot by Lobete, who simply had to really hit it strong and cross. It was Bautista that played him through with a beautiful pass. Emerson Royal was almost quick enough to get there, but I think simply Lobete was quicker, and a great finishing shot.
Mm-hmm. Great move by the youngster Lobete. Wow, is very young, hasn't played much for the first team. Number 35 still, so he doesn't even have a first team number.
Yep. As we were saying that right now, the substitutions are getting ready to jump on. Eddie Garcia and Sergio Busquets are coming off. So Pedri remains for yet another full match, I believe. And we'll see if Ronald Koeman uses his 5th and final substitution in the 7-8 minutes that are left.
We'll see. Might be to just play one of the youngsters for a few minutes. But Real Sociedad has done all 5 subs. Pacheco came in for Aritz Elustondo a few minutes a bit before the goal. And now it's only Koeman who's got one left.
Yep, and right now, a free kick for Real Sociedad. I think it's against, I think it was Nico Gonzalez. Yeah, it was Nico, and he actually saw a yellow card. So he's been on the pitch for just, I think, 2 minutes or 1 minute, and he's already seen a yellow card after a tackle on Lobete. But I'm not sure why the referee gave it, because he actually won the ball first, and then he contacted a little bit Lobete.
He's a youngster. Probably that's, if he was a veteran, he wouldn't have seen that yellow card.
And right now it's Oyarzabal that is getting ready to take this free kick. He is in a pretty centric position in front of goal. We'll see where he decides to take it, and I think he's in a good position to actually go for goal directly. And we'll see who also is getting ready besides him. It's Gorosabel. Gorosabel is also getting ready. And here comes the free kick. It's Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal with an incredible shot. It's a goal. Goal for Real Sociedad. 3-2. In just a matter of 2-3 minutes, Real Sociedad has come back 2 goals back. And now it's 3-2 for Barcelona. It seems as if the match was in the back for the Catalans. But ever since Ronald Koeman has taken control of this team, it seems as if they can't really count on it being closed up in every single game. And now we look back to the decision of the referee to signal that free kick when I think it wasn't even a free kick against Nico Gonzalez. And Neto almost had a touch. He did have a touch on the ball, but not strong enough. And now Barcelona will be, well, I don't know, Real Sociedad will be looking for that tie. And Barcelona, I think, will be a little bit nervous, and especially Ronald Koeman. Right now, it's
an exciting finish of the game. Yeah.
Right now, it's Remiro that has the ball. He tries to go long to. He tries to go long to Barrenechea, but the ball slithers out of the pitch. It's a throw-in for Barcelona for Emerson Royal. So Barcelona were leading 3-0, but in just a matter of 3 minutes or 4, La Real Sociedad has come back 2 goals. And now Barcelona will be looking to control a bit more the match and see if they can actually see it through with a victory and not see their lead go down the drain. A throw-in for Emerson Royal. Exciting last few minutes of this match. Let's see if either Barcelona can score another one or Real Sociedad will be able to come back completely. Right now it's Martin Braithwaite with a little bit of space. He goes back to Pedri. Pedri goes to Jordi Alba. Now Jordi Alba has to go back to young Spanish midfielder Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes to Ronald Araujo. Araujo goes to Emerson on the right. Back to Nico Gonzalez in the midfield. He tries to get away from 1-2. At the end he plays it to Sergio Roberto. Now Roberto with Piqué. Piqué goes back to Araujo. Now Barcelona are trying to control the ball completely and not even allow La Real Sociedad to have any kind of touch with it, and defend themselves through the possession of the ball.
It was a great goal, by the way. It was a great shot.
Yep, incredible shot from a long way out. Right now it's
the first goal I think Oyarzabal ever scored of a direct free kick for Real Sociedad. He's a very good penalty taker, but he never before scored a free kick. So that's the stats of the day. But that was a great shot, yes.
Yep. Right now it was also almost Bautista that was. I'm sorry, Oliver. It was almost John Bautista that was almost in a 1v1 situation against Neto. But Ronald Araujo got there first and cut it out just beautifully before he got a foul in his favor. So now 87 minutes, almost 88 of the match played, and Real Sociedad does seem to have a little bit of life left and a little bit of energy left. I think there will be a final substitution for Barcelona. We see a player of Barcelona getting ready, and it will be Clément Lenglet who will be jumping onto the pitch. I don't know how intelligent that is, especially given the luck that he has had.
Waste some time, I think. I think that will be to waste some time when we're already in extra time, I think.
We'll see when he comes on and for who he comes on. I believe it will be for Gerard Piqué, unless they go for another type of formation with Clément Lenglet. A free kick for Barcelona. They take it quickly and short. They go back to Gerard Piqué. Gerard Piqué is being a little bit pressured by the attack of Real Sociedad, and now Real Sociedad are moving up their lines very quickly, all the way over to Neto. Neto now trying to find a long pass, but he isn't really successful with these long passes for his teammates. He simply sends it either really wide or in the direction of an opponent. And so right now, Ronald Koeman is trying to give some indications and instructions of what he expects from his players. And Memphis Depay will be leaving the pitch. Memphis is leaving the pitch in favor of Clément Lenglet. Great first match for Memphis Depay with Barcelona. And Clément Lenglet is on for the Dutch attacker. So we will see, I think, a 3-man defense with Emerson Royal and Jordi Alba on the sides as well, possibly defending more than attacking in these final few minutes. Almost 90 minutes of play so far. Right now it's Real Sociedad that draw another foul. This time was Lobete that draws the foul. He goes back to I think it's Lenormand, and now they try to play all the way from the back. But and now Griezmann almost steals the ball from Remiro. He almost stole the ball from the feet of Remiro, but the goalkeeper somehow was a little bit lucky because he could control the ball with his hands after that. I think it's 4 minutes of added time for this final stretch of the game. Real Sociedad is trying to attack really quickly through Mikel Merino right now. Now they go all the way over to Gorosabel. Gorosabel trying to find one of his attackers, but now Antoine Griezmann has the ball after a great interception by the defense. Antoine Griezmann has two defenders. He goes to Martin Braithwaite. Braithwaite goes inside the box. Braithwaite, and now the ball goes all the way over to the side, and it's Sergio Roberto with a goal. Sergio Roberto with a tap-in goal. An incredible cross by Martin Braithwaite with a very, very violent cross. And Remiro had nothing to do. He simply saw the ball go right in front of him. And Sergio Roberto was all alone on the second post to simply tap it in. So goal for Barcelona. 4-2 in this match. It seems as if Real Sociedad could have come back, but in the end, Barcelona reacted really well. A great counter-attack by Antoine Griezmann, who went to Martin Braithwaite, and then Martin Braithwaite with an incredible cross. Remiro almost had a heavy touch on the ball and deflected it, but in the end, it was simple enough for Sergio Roberto to just tap it in.
Sergio Roberto, that's probably what he came onto the pitch, fresher legs in the midfield, and he's a bit box-to-box midfielder. And great game by Martin Braithwaite. I mean, he practically every
I hear that you wouldn't expect either Martin Braithwaite or Sergio Roberto to score a goal in this match.
Well, at least Braithwaite is a striker, but Sergio Roberto wasn't even in the starting lineup. The other goal is by Piqué, who is a defender. So,
yep.
Well, everyone's up for the fight, and that's great for Koeman. But those wouldn't be the regular goal scorers.
No, and right now, actually, Real Sociedad were trying to play a long pass. I think it was to Barrenechea, but Neto was quick enough to simply head it out. Now it's Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal is in this physical tussle with a player of Real Sociedad. At the end, it is signaled a foul against Emerson Royal. And I think Ronald Koeman will be a little bit more calm, right, Oliver, in these final 2.5 minutes.
Thanks to that goal, yes. It was going to be an exciting end of the game, but that great counter-attack with Griezmann and Braithwaite great finishing by Sergio Roberto probably ensured that it's going to be a quiet end of the game, a quiet 10 now, and put this game to bed. Actually, Remiro almost touched the cross. It was a nice dive there. But,
yep. I'm sorry, but right now it is a free kick, another free kick for Real Sociedad. It isn't so centric as the first one, but we'll see what happens. Here comes the cross. It's once again Oyarzabal, but this time Piqué has a touch on the ball. He was looking for a cross. Now it's a Real Sociedad. And I think it was Barrenechea. No, I'm sorry. Yes, it was Barrenechea that had a little bit of magic to his touch. And then he did attempt a very violent shot. But in the end, it was just a little bit over the crossbar of Neto. 93 minutes and 43 seconds. Real Sociedad are trying to come back, trying to score yet another goal to cut a little bit more the difference. But Barcelona are moving up a little bit more their pieces. And, well, let's see what Neto decides to do. He decides to go long once again. We'll see if this time he is successful in finding a teammate. He almost finds Martin Braithwaite and falls to Pedri. Pedri gets away from one. Then Martin Braithwaite is brought down by behind by a defender of Real Sociedad. I think it was Lenormand, and he was in danger of seeing the second yellow card, but because he did bring down Martin Braithwaite quite violently. Martin Braithwaite is having a word with the referee and telling him that he was hurt. Lenormand simply got up and said that he didn't even touch Braithwaite. But now it seems as if the match will end here. and it will end 4-2. It's Barcelona that has the ball with Nico Gonzalez. They go to Gerard Piqué. Now Araujo on the right. Araujo moving up a little bit. He goes back to Emerson Royal. Royal goes back all the way over to Piqué. Piqué with a good control, and he goes even further back to Neto. Neto almost loses control of the ball. Now he goes to Clément Lenglet, who hasn't even really asked for anything. And there goes the final whistle. Barcelona wins their first match in La Liga against La Real Sociedad. I think it was more exciting than we thought it was going to be the second half.
Yeah.
How many goals did we see? 3, right? Because La Real Sociedad scored 2 and another one of Barcelona. So 3 goals in this second half.
4 actually, because it was 2-0 at halftime. It's been
Yeah.
But actually, yes, and I don't know if that's down to Barcelona being relaxed or what, but it's something to look into definitely for Koeman. But we should be clear about this, because Real Sociedad didn't lose the game with that late goal. They lost it in the first half. They just almost managed to come back, but it was they had a hard deficit to make up for at halftime already. And that solid first half actually ensured that Barcelona would end up getting the 3 points.
Yeah, I think
was just the final
nail to the coffin. Real Sociedad, as you said, basically lost the match in the first half. They went down 2-0, and I think they had like this 5 minutes of inspiration in which they simply attempted 2 times, and both times went in. An incredible free kick by Oyarzábal that completely beat Neto. But I think it was overall a good match for Barcelona, except these 2 goals. Who would you say was the man of the match? I think Martin Braithwaite. I mean, 2 goals and assist.
You have to pick him. It was also, for example, Eric Garcia had a great game as soon as he got off the pitch. Just a few minutes after that, Brazil scored the 2 goals. But yeah, you have to pick Braithwaite. 2 goals and an assist. It's a great game for him. It's a great game.
Yep. Overall, I think it was a great game. As you said, Eddie Garcia, an incredible game. Gerard Piqué showed a really good level for the first match. Jordi Alba being really involved. Sergio Busquets doing what he does so well. Pedri, the workhorse that never stops. Frenkie de Jong, also a really good first match. And I think everyone at the top were really good. Griezmann, I think, rather than just the attack, he was really active defensively for Barcelona, tracking back and doing what he does so well.
He helped out a lot, yes. Depay and Griezmann had a good game, actually. They played quite well together for being the first official match. And you'd expect just more from here, actually.
Yep. So great match. I don't know, Albert, do you have anything more you'd like to add?
Just a couple of fun facts. One of them, Nico Gonzalez, the youngster played for Barca, is the son of one of the greatest players of Deportivo La Coruña in the 90s, Fran. I remember getting stickers of Fran when I was a kid. This guy's that. Second, actually, I'm wearing this. I hope this is a lucky charm for Barcelona, Guardiola. Can you see it? Guardiola is actually in Catalan this kind of piggy bank, these money boxes, and that's the meaning of Guardiola in Catalan. That's the meaning of Pep's surname. That's why it has that special. No, I always have worn it. Barca wins. That's true. The bad part of it is that sometimes you have to wash it, and then we lose.
So next match for Barcelona will be against Athletic Club on the 21st of August, next Saturday. It will be. It will be obviously as Barcelona visiting Athletic Club. And as always, it will be an exciting match. That stadium is always so full of energy. We'll see how many people will actually be able to attend San Mamés. But it's always very interesting. And as things stand after the first match of La Liga for Barcelona, Real Madrid does lead with one one plus goal difference, and Barcelona in second, and Atletico de Madrid in third, and Valencia in fourth.
So
So
now against Rayo, and chances are they're gonna be up there. There's a theory feasible goal difference for them to get like 2-0 and then be second, or something like that. But there is at least Barcelona out of these main contenders is the one that arguably had by some way the hardest fixture.
the hardest match.
Yeah, and getting a win here is at least important. It's a pity because you could have ended up 3-0, and that would have been, of course, much better. But still, it's 3 points. You have to take it that way, then build up on this.
Yep. So Barcelona wins 4-2. 2 goals by Martin Braithwaite, 1 header and 1 good shot. Another header of Gerard Piqué, and a tap-in by Sergio Roberto. By Real Sociedad, it was Oyarzabal and and Lobete. So a good Lobete. So good first match for Barcelona. And well, as always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for keeping up with us in this first match. We'll be sure to be here more. We'll be here for basically all the matches, and we'll be rotating it because maybe we'll have another incorporation to the live coverage. We'll see next week if he can come on with us, and we'll be now 3. But as always, Oliver and us will be here covering the matches. And well, if you want to keep up to date with everything in Barcelona, please be sure to check out our page, Blaugranagram.com. And also, please be sure to support our podcast, one in Spanish and one in English. And well, as always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here with us, and we'll see you soon. And also, thank you, Oliver, for being here.